Rema speaks on childhood, music, and fame. Nigerian artist has shared how losing his father and brother at an early stage shaped his life and career. During a recent interview with GRM Daily, the singer detailed the rapid transition from adolescence to adulthood that he had after his father and brother died, noting that he had to give up his childhood up rather quickly. Rema said, "I feel like I grew up too fast. Life switched up on me crazy when I lost my dad and my brother. It's just like the weight was on my shoulders and it forced me to sell my childhood just to provide for my family," end quote. He further emphasized that after being thrust into childhood, he found himself constantly surrounded by adults and never had a chance to experience childhood and make the mistakes his age mates made. Disclosing that his new album is an outlet for him to be a child again, he stated, and I quote, "I'm not sure I even rolled with the 19 or 18-year-olds. When I was 17, I didn't see a fellow 17-year-old. And when I was 20, everyone was 5, 6, or 10 years older. Now with this project, I just want to be a child, and it's just coming out. I just want to feel young again. I just want to be a rebel. You know, kids make mistakes and it's acceptable. But when you're a teenager and you make the same mistake your peers would make, everyone will come for you just because you're in the spotlight. I know people who smoked a cigarette when they were 13 and I'm 24 smoking a cigarette because I just want to feel free and break some rules. All my life, I just feel so planned and scheduled. I just got tired and I feel that, and I put that freedom in my music." End quote.
Rema also talked about competing with the Afrobeat big three, namely Wizkid, Davido, and Burna Boy, while avoiding the bad blood between them, saying, "5 years ago, I didn't know these guys, my colleagues. So why would they be my priority?" Speaking about being uninterested in impressing his colleagues, stated that the energy and claims to be number one to not carried outside the music. He went on to say, "When I put it in terms of lyricism, I always want to keep the sport going. We keep it the Ronaldo way. We keep it the LeBron way. When we are the match, it's war. Outside of the match, it's love." When asked about his recent multi-million-dollar performance at the Ambani wedding in India, he shared his enthusiasm for the unprecedented positive reception he has received in India in comparison with his experiences back home in Nigeria, saying, hey. That's all I can say money-wise, but it was a great treatment. I have India, I love India, and India loves me too. And it's just beautiful to see something that people trolled me for and criticized me for, and I'm benefiting from that. Opening up about how ignoring the negative feedback contributed to his success in India, he explained, "Imagine if I stopped and listened to the trolls. 4 years later, it paid, and it paid big, and more to come. It's a huge territory, and I'm actually the first person to tour India from the Afrobeat space, and it's a huge deal. It's not just about the wedding, it's about the reception everywhere I go." And one thing I love about this is it's just stamping it and making everybody know that if somebody is going to do it after me, I was the first to do it. I am the first person doing Afrobeat to tour India. It is not just about the wedding, it is about the reception. I love that.
I mean, I listened to the interview, I watched the interview, and I mean, I have to tell you that Rema speaks ahead of his age, definitely.
Actually.
He has a lot of wisdom, and over time, he knows how to handle media, he knows how to handle questions. He's actually a very wise young man. He's beyond his years. Also, I mean, going back to why he wants to relive his childhood now. He just wants to be free, have the freedom of creativity to produce anything he wants to do, and just live life. Now, this is a syndrome that we've also seen in other superstars, right, over time. It's just how it's managed. You know, we've seen Michael Jackson over time. He didn't have, he always complained that he didn't have a childhood. He was always structured to do certain things, and so he missed out on the best part of his years. And over time, he wanted to now become a child. You know, he built his Neverland and all that. He just wanted to hang around, you know, with lots of kids. We've also seen instances even in R. Kelly, Usher, Justin Bieber. These guys were discovered young, and so their life became very busy over time, you know. And over time, I think there has to be some outlets for them to be able to express themselves. If not, it will become built up and it might not end up, you know, well. So I love the fact that he's trying to live his life now. He's trying to be as playful as possible, live his life, do all that. Thumbs up to him. Rema is already at the apex of his career. So I can't wait to see where this leads from. But with the wisdom that he talks about, with the wisdom that emanates from this young man, I think he has a plan. I think he knows what he's doing, and I think he knows where he's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should just do him. I think so. I think he should enjoy his life. The child in everybody comes out to play every now and then. And if you think that you just want to be a child at heart, I think there is nothing wrong with that, because, I mean, it's just, but the smoking, you said, he said that, you know, because people, so I would expect that, you know, I always say this, if while your mates were doing certain things, maybe something was raining and you did not wear it, or, you know, something and you did not do it, people like that tend to like take it to later years, and you're like, why are you behaving like that? I've even seen it in, like, if I was going to derail from, you know, this conversation, you know, if they brought a girl like from the village and the girl did not open eye like quickly and all of those, and while the people in the urban area were wearing a certain, and the person now comes to the urban area, and then it takes, you know, she looks around and all of that. So sometimes when she's even grown past that age, she'll now begin to exhibit some things that you'll now be wondering, like, you are older than this. But because the person never even experienced that, so you'd expect them to do that. But then again, I understand that he has wisdom and he knows what he's doing. You know, that thing of they smoked at it and all that. But, you know, yeah.
I mean, so this also.
But there are adults too who smoke.
This brings me to the story of Mr. Farouk, the Mr. Steez from Ijebu.
Yeah.
Now, he's an achieved person. He's
Yeah.
achieved his life.
Yeah.
He's lived his life all through.
Yeah.
I mean, and then at some point he decided, you know what, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go get that tattoo, I'm going to do that. And, you know, it's viral now. It's gone viral for having the tattoos and being a Mr. Steez.
A tattoo is quite different from smoking.
I mean, like you said, it's,
because
it's something he wanted to do and he wasn't
RMD
able
clocked
to.
60,
Yeah,
and then he pierced, he pierced his ear.
So
I don't even see anything wrong
I feel
in
like,
that.
you know what, there's no amount of don't do it that you will tell anybody and they will not do what they want to do.
And I feel like when people do stuff and then they're satisfied, then they can now decide whether they want to.
Let them do anything to their satisfaction. They know what is wrong and what is right, so let them do anything to their discretion. They are adults.
Interesting stuff. Okay, now let's go on this commercial break and we will return. Stay here with us.
After this break.